Jordan's escort is Charlie Crosby. He is the son of Ann and Ron Crosby. Sophomore princess is Brett Risen. Brett is the daughter of Debbie and Joe Risen. Brett is involved with competitive dance, the yearbook staff, and girls golf. She is an active member of the First United Methodist Church and its youth group. Brett was nominated this year by the French Club. Brett is being escorted by Wood Turner. He is the son of Brent and Susan Turner. The junior princess is Whitney Martin. Whitney was nominated by National Honor Society. Her parents are Steve and Lana Martin. She has been a cheerleader for 5 years. She is a member of Mu Alpha Theta, Leaflet Study Club, National Honor Society, and Student Council. She has danced competitively for 10 years and has been a lifelong member of the First Christian Church. She is being escorted by Austin Williams. He is the son of Charles and Carolyn Williams. And here's Tomcat. Rebecca Sanders is the daughter of Jeremy and Michelle Sanders. And now your queen candidates. Your first queen candidate is Whitney Lee Brown. Whitney was nominated by the Science Club. She is the daughter of Lee and Melanie Brown. Her activities include Science Club, French Club, the tennis team, Student Council, and she works with communities and schools. Whitney plans to attend Oklahoma State to be a dental hygienist. Whitney is being escorted this evening by Maurice Grant. Maurice is the son of Brenda French. Our next queen candidate is Katie Colbert. Katie was nominated by the Cheer Squad. She is the daughter of Mark and Kim Colbert. Katie is involved in varsity cheerleading as a captain. She's a member of the National Honor Society. She's the senior class secretary and a student council representative. She's a member of the Oklahoma Indian Student Honor Society, Ardmore Leaflet. She's a Blue Ribbon Scholar. She loves to read, and she plans to go to the University of Oklahoma next fall. She's being escorted by Drew McAdoo. Drew is the son of Randy and Marilyn McAdoo. The next candidate is Sarah Troop. Sarah was nominated by the French Club. She is the daughter of Keith and Donna Troop. She is French Club Secretary, Student Council Treasurer, and President of the Leaflet Study Group, and an active member of the Fellowship of Christian Athletes. She is also involved in Science Club, Amnesty International, and DECA. Sarah is a member of the First Baptist Church of Ardmore and is an active member in the youth group. She has danced at Shannon Price School of Dance for 15 years and is a part of their company. In fall 2005, Sarah will be attending Baylor University. Tonight, Sarah is being escorted by Ryan Chandler. He is the son of Mike and Lisa Chandler. And our last candidate is Keisha Wood. Keisha was nominated by the Palm Squad, and she is the daughter of Kenny and Barbara Wood. Keisha is the senior class president and the AHS Tiger at Palm Squad captain. She's involved in DECA, the Leaflet Study Group, and as the public relations manager, Science Club member, French Club member, Math Club member, FCA, and involved in the Amnesty International. Keisha attends the First United Methodist Church and is on the leadership team in the youth group. She does attend the Oklahoma School of Science and Mathematics and plans to attend the University of Oklahoma. She is being escorted tonight by Justin Day. Justin is the son of Roger and Jill Day. And now, your 2004 homecoming queen is Whitney Brown.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you would please direct your attention to the center of the field at the 50-yard line. That is where Mike Chandler and Charlie Williams, co-chairman of the 2004 Ardmore Tigers quarterback club, have to present the game ball for Bob Willis. Bob Willis represents the sponsor of tonight's ball game, Landmark Bank. Please give Bob and Landmark Bank one round of applause for their outstanding support of the 2004 Ardmore Tigers football team. We will have an announcement of our municipal cars tonight if you are parked in the restricted parking area. Number 150, your license plate is 065CEH. You need to move the car, you're parked in someone else's place. Also it's a gray Chevrolet. Also a Chrysler FBD 933. You parked in number 153. You are in the wrong place as well. Your cars could be towed. Now, ladies and gentlemen, if you would please rise as we honor our nation's flag. Presenting the national anthem tonight, the Ardmore High School Honors Concert Choir under the direction of Dante Miller.
Moments away from kickoff. Both teams coming out and setting up. We'll go ahead and set the back deep for the John Marshall Bears. Will be number 4. That's Nate Cotton. Also number 21, Devin Johnston. They're standing really kind of up close. They're standing at the 15 as they saw those long onside kicks from the Tigers last week on film. Ryan Keeton to do the kicking as he tees it up at the 40. We're seconds away as he's waiting on the referee. There's the whistle. And homecoming is underway. It's a long, booming kick. It drives them all the way back deep. It'll go into the end zone and out of bounds. It'll be a touchback. And I want to say that was Theo Bennett back deep instead of Devin.
And that was all the kicker's leg. Ryan Keeton, nice job with the kickoff there. As there's no wind at his back. Doesn't look like the flag is fluttering, maybe just a trace. And so he's going to make him go 80 yards. And he has done his job, as he's done all year. Great job kicking for the Ardmore Tigers.
Tigers dressed in maroon with white pants, and the John Marshall Bears in white. And the call of the ball tonight for the John Marshall Bears is number 11, and that's Darren Thompson. He's in the shotgun, flanked on either side by the backs. Receivers left and right. 1st and 10 from the 20. There's the snap. He'll kick it out to the left side, tries to run around the end, can't get there, and he's smacked to the ground by Marquise Booker with a great tackle. Open up also number 37.
Well, and the guy that I picked up on was Lionel Jimenez, who was in the backfield. They're playing defense early on the first defensive series for the Tigers. A lot of Tigers in the backfield that time, little hesitation on the quarterback's part, and that's not going to work. Boy, when you get that snap, you got to go do something. As he lined up in the shotgun, and Ardmore beat him really before he got to the corner.
We looked to hand it off to one of those backs, and they moved up on and out on him as Thompson comes, stays in the shotgun. Same formation. This time he's got one receiver in the slot to the right. Low snap. He tries to run the option to the right, and he's smothered before he can ever get to the corner. Had no way to pitch it. Ryan Booker in on the tackle to make a nice stop there. And it's going to be a loss of 4, make it 5. They'll mark it at the 15-yard line, and it'll be 3rd down and 15.
Really just looked like Thompson trying to make a read off the defensive end, and really Brian Booker just read him, wrapped him up, threw him for a loss. A lot of help there from some other guys in red. And boy, the defense just swarming on the first 2 running plays.
And able to get penetration, which is something that they were able to do last week, and they've expanded on that. 2 receivers to the right, 1 in the slot, 1 to the left. Shotgun formation. The offset back to the right side. There's the snap. Back to pass, throws over the middle, and is knocked down by number 33, Marquise Booker. As he tried to go over the top, the intended receiver, Billy Myatt. It'll be incomplete, 4th down and 15, and the Bears will have to punt it away on their first possession.
That's about as good a defensive series as you're going to be, as that was not close there. Marquise Booker just all over that ball, swatted it down, looked like a volleyball player at the net.
Justin Day standing on his own, or standing at the John Marshall 49. Right at midfield. The Bears, low snap. They get it away. It's a nice high kick. Day fields it at the 45. He gets to the 40, goes around outside, breaks a shirt tackle and stays on his feet, but he won't get any more yardage as they swarm on him, and the Tigers will take over 1st and 10 from the 39-yard line in John Marshall territory.
Excellent field position to start the ball game. So really that taking the ball there first as they won the coin toss didn't pan out for John Marshall, as Ardmore's got great position to start their first possession.
Denero Austin, the kicker, and not a bad kick, about 40 yards with a 7-yard return. McAdoo will come under center, I formation, split receivers left and right. Jermaine Gresham to the near side, and Dante Miller on the far side. Handoff, nope. Pump fake, goes down deep. Intended receiver Miller in the end zone, and he comes up, just can't hold on to it as it bounced in and out of his hands in double coverage, but a nice pass from Drew McAdoo as the Tigers try to strike quickly.
Had to wait on the ball just a little bit. Nate Cotton, the safety, got back there just in time, made a nice defensive play. He's a senior back in that secondary for John Marshall, and again, had to wait on the ball a little bit and allowed Cotton to get back there to swat it away.
Colbert dots the I. And number 37, and I remember they gave us that name last week. McAdoo throws over to the left side, hits Gresham in the flats to the 30, 25. Still on his feet, dragging 3 with him, gets down to the 21-yard line before they finally bring him down, and we'll credit Billy Myatt with the tackle. And it'll be 1st and 10 from the 21 for the Tigers.
Boy, that's just strength there for Jermaine Gresham. Makes the easy reception, just drags defenders with him. And Ardmore really got a nice set of wide receivers. As last week, Dante Miller had some nice catches. Also, Jermaine Gresham and Justin Day. So they've got a receiver of every type, and that time Gresham's getting it done.
McAdoo stays under center. I formation. Miller to the left. Jermaine Gresham to the far right. Hands off to Colbert over the right tackle. Breaks through the 15, 10 down to the 7 before he's tripped up there by number 20. And that's Chris Bruner on the tackle. And it'll be a first down. Move the chains, and now it'll be 1st and goal from the 7-yard line.
Ardmore just lining up, running over the right side. Offensive line just annihilated that defensive front that time. And Colbert had his choice of holes there and which one he wanted to duck into.
Gresham to the far side, Dante Miller to the near side, I formation. McAdoo stays under center. Hands off to Colbert over the right side. This time they wrap him up a little quicker as he hits the 5-yard line before he's spun around. And it'll be a gain of 2 and mark it there, 2nd down and goal from the 5.
Joshua Neal on the tackle for John Marshall. Good play there as Colbert tried to spin around, shake him off. And just a good sure tackle back there for Neal.
Let's send it down to the button sideline quickly with David Polk, and we'll go right at. Go ahead.
I tell you, John Marshall's eyes are big as silver dollars down here. They're just wide-eyed, and they really don't know what's going on. Look at this corner right here in front of you, number 2. He's turned his back on the entire play. You could run right past him. You wouldn't know it.
McAdoo under center. He'll keep it, comes down the left side, tries to cut the corner, can't get there, stays on his feet, drives forward for 2 or 3 yards. Marking him at the 2-yard line, right over here at that corner where that cornerback was talking about. On this near side, it'll be a gain of 3, and now it'll be 3rd down and 2.
Just gang tackling. McAdoo just trying to wait to make a decision whether to pitch. Decided he had a better shot there. Just take the ball down and run. Inches it down to about the 2-yard line. Just couldn't penetrate that goal line.
As the Tigers break the huddle, they'll send Jermaine Gresham all the way out to the far side. Dante Miller to the near side, I formation. Colbert dots the I. McAdoo's under center. 5 men in the box, 7 men in the box now for the Bears as they come in. McAdoo keeps on the pitch, can't get there. Now he pitches it late, and it pitches right to Marshall Bear, and he's going all the way to the other end of the field as there's nobody there. And now Dante Miller's going to chase him down from behind. Is he going to catch him? Get to the 5 and into the end zone? No, but he does catch him. But it'll be a touchdown for the John Marshall Bears on a costly turnover. McAdoo on his way down, tried to pitch out to the out man, and it was just picked off right in the middle.
Wow, 99-yard return there of an errant pitch. And Drew in the grasp of the defender tried to pitch it out late, just a little too late. And you have to credit John Marshall. Didn't give up down on the goal line, still fought hard, end up with the big play on defense.
And Dante Miller showing some speed as he came out of nowhere and was going to track that guy down, trying to see who it was that made the interception. I think it was number 10, Nero Austin. I'll have to watch that on the playback. Check it out on Tuesday nights and Wednesday nights, 7 o'clock on cable channel 17. That's Ardmore's school channel. As Darren Thompson under center. Tight formation, he rolls to his left. He's under pressure and he gets sacked on the extra point conversion. It's no good. We'll say it's 7:34. The scores, John Marshall 6, Ardmore Tigers nothing. We're back after this on 95.7 KKAJ.
John Marshall has taken the lead over the Ardmore Tigers 6-0 on a 99-yard, actually option, I guess, interception in return for a touchdown for the Bears. He took it 99 yards. They went for 2. The 2-point conversion was no good. And so the John Marshall Bears lead the Tigers 6-0 at the 7:34 mark in the first quarter.
Back deep for the Tigers, Dante Miller and Jermaine Gresham. They're standing on the own 10-yard line. Number 22, Johnny Cotton, to do the kicking for the John Marshall Bears as he tees it up. And there's the kick. It's a line drive squibber. Hits at the 15. Gresham fields it to the 10. He's back to the 20, 25, 30. Breaks the tackle, cuts to the outside, drags 6 of the Bears, 7 Bears, 8 Bears before he finally goes down. And John Marshall's going to have their hands full with Jermaine all night long, as the Tigers will take over 1st and 10 from the 30-yard line. Make it the 31 off the forward progression.
Maybe we'll strike quick here. I tell you what, Dante was probably 20 yards behind that kid when he started tracking him down. 5 more yards and they wouldn't have scored.
As the Tigers come out, McAdoo will stay under center, I formation. Miller and Gresham out wide, left and right. Hands off to Colbert over the left side. He cuts in, out, back in, and it gets stacked up at the 40-yard line. It'll be a gain of 9. And a nice run there by Jimmy Colbert off the left side. 2nd down and 1.
Brought down by Chris Bruner there in the secondary for John Marshall. And I think, is he the fellow that intercepted the pitch? Was it 20?
Yes,
that's what I thought. That was Chris Bruner, who had the 99-yard touchdown, made the tackle on that play.
This time they'll send everybody to the right side on the I formation. Gresham's in the slot. Hand off to Colbert. Cuts back inside. Hits the 45 up to the 48-yard line. And a gain of 8. Be well enough for the 1st down. They'll move the chains. 1st and 10 Tigers.
You know, the Tigers have really featured this I formation most of last week and again tonight. Just lining up in the power formation, been able to run the ball and move it on the ground successfully up until that option play down on the goal line. But they're picking up yardage in chunks. They just got to get it in the end zone.
And they're doing exactly what the coach wants to do, eating time off the clock, which is at 6:27 in the 1st quarter of play. Tigers trail by 6 after a turnover. McAdoo back to pass, looks over to the left, hits Gresham at the flat at midfield. He'll get up to the 45, down to the 44 as he falls forward. It'll be a nice gain of 9. And that'll bring up 2nd down and a short 1.
Boy, about a 7-yard cushion for Gresham from Billy Mai at that time. And that pass play is just going to be there all night if the Tigers choose to take it. As he took the ball, had time to look around before the defender got up to even try to wrap him up.
Well, and I think they're giving they have a lot of respect for Jermaine's speed going down that sideline. As they bring him up, I'm sure that long ball will be open later on. They send everybody to the right side. Gresham in the slot. Dante Miller far left or far right. Hand off to Colbert over the right tackle. He'll fall forward for a couple. It'll be good for the 1st down as he gets down to the John Marshall 40. And it'll be 1st and 10 Tigers.
And that's just good blocking over there on the right side. And one of the guys I saw that we talked about his jersey number changing, Dante Moore, got a good block along with Gene Cormier up front. But Dante wearing 37 tonight.
That's the name we were looking for. And couldn't find it earlier. As he's also been playing fullback. As Moore at the fullback, Colbert takes the handoff. He'll bust over the right side, cuts out, gets a gain of 3, maybe 4 yards. Let's see, they'll mark it at the 37-yard line. So we'll give him a gain of 3, and it'll be 2nd down and 7 for the Tigers.
Well, nothing fancy, just running to that right side. The offensive line getting a nice push. Nice running room for Colbert, and he's a very capable back there. He runs tough in traffic, has the speed to get outside and score on you.
Strong right side, I formation. Gresham and I believe they hand off to Colbert on a trap. He goes over to the right side, busts through, gets down to the 30-25 before he's tripped up there by the secondary. And it'll be a gain of almost 12 yards. Make it 13. They'll mark it at the 25-yard line. 1st and 10 Tigers.
And again, Terry, same old thing. The offensive line just shoving them back. Tommy Fitzgerald pushed his man about 7 yards downfield. Jimmy Colbert just running tough between the tackles.
Also, Ryan Fuller and Josh Lester just having their way on the left side. So if they want to go this side, they've had some success on both sides of the line. Again, that strong right side. Colbert on a draw. Hits the 20, down to the 15, falls forward to the 13. As he tried to hop, if he'd have broke that tackle, he'd have been in the end zone, but just a huge hole opened up on that draw play, and it'll be good for the first down. 1st and 10 Tigers move the chains. They're at the 14-yard line.
And Jimmy Colbert really patient on that one as he just kind of idled as he got across the line of scrimmage, waited on the blocks to develop on downfield, and just kind of read the blocking, inched his way back into that secondary.
3:56 left in the first quarter as the Tigers trail by 6, but you can just tell from the way that the players are moving on the field, they're not worried right now about the score. They know that they're moving the football. Handoff to Stubblefield. He gets tripped up in the backfield by Gerald Johns, who shot the gap on the blitz. It'll be no gain. And it'll make it 2nd down and maybe make it 11 as he lost a half yard.
And boy, that time John Marshall just guessed right as they were blitzing outside there. Gerald Johns just able to get in there and get an ankle tackle, but that's one of those plays you either make the play or it's a big one the other way. And that time it works for John Marshall.
Jermaine Stubblefield, the sophomore, in, wearing number 34. He dots the I formation. He'll get the call over the left side, falls forward for a couple of yards. And a fumble, and it belongs to John Marshall as he lost the ball coming through the line. And the John Marshall Bears recover it at the 15-yard line. It's going to be 1st and 10. John Marshall and the Tigers now with 2 opportunities in the red zone, unable to score.
And you just have to credit John Marshall. Man, they are playing hard down there. They're not going to give in. And Ardmore has having their problem with turnovers tonight as the first one ended up in a touchdown for the Bears. This time it stops a Tiger touchdown and got a long field ahead of the Bears, but their defense bending some but didn't break, Terry.
Send it down to David Polk after this play. He can tell us a little bit about that fumble and where it occurred and how. Shotgun formation for the Bears. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. He puts the ball on the ground, but he falls on it. That's going to be Darren Thompson with the recovery.
I don't know.
Now the Tigers are saying they got it. Let's send it down to David Polk, and he can tell us.
It's 2nd down here on the field. We almost wrestled it away, but clearly they had it. That was just a play where he went up the middle and caught a helmet right on the ball, and it doesn't really matter how much you have it wrapped up. When you catch a helmet just square on the ball, you're going to knock it out.
All right. As Jermaine Stubblefield unable to hold on to it. Tiger defense really needs to hold right here, get the Tigers back in good field position before the end of the first quarter, hopefully. It's going to be 2nd down and about 13 yards as it was a lot. Ball's on the 12-yard line. Thompson in the shotgun, lone back to the left side. He'll roll out on an option, pitches out to the outside, cuts the corner to the 20. And that's number 4, Nate Cotton, the running back. As he gets all the way up to the 21-yard line before he's brought down, it'll be a gain of 8, almost 9 yards. And that's going to be 3rd down and 3.
And that was a quick pitch for Thompson as he really didn't get to the corner and make the read. He just kind of drew a defender to him, went ahead and pitched it before he got there. And that's just speed on the outside as they turn the corner and have a nice game.
As he comes out from the sideline with the play. Similar to the Ardmore offense as the quarterback goes to the sideline. Now we have a timeout on the field. That's John Marshall's first timeout of the ball game. 6-0. The Bears lead it. We're back with more of Tiger football on 95.7 KKJ. Terry along with Billy Wallace and David Polk as the Bears switch formations. They move into a power I. Thompson under center, pitch to Cotton, and he gets smacked at behind the line of scrimmage. And it'll be a loss of a yard.
That's Brian Booker, if you're waiting on him to get up. As he is still wrapped around the ball carrier. Brian Booker, man.
He stood Nate Cotton up right there as he was running with his head down. Stood him up and pushed him back a yard.
Does not take Brian long to make a decision.
No.
He was in there.
He stopped him dead in his tracks, and that's going to bring up a punting situation for the Bears. Back deep would be number 10. That's Denaro Austin. Justin Day back standing on the 45-yard line in Ardmore territory for the Tigers. It's a high end over end. Justin fields it at the 45. Tries to elude the tackler, but can't get away. And he'll be brought down at the 43-yard line where he fields it. So no return on the play. Is a nice punt. The Tigers will take over 1st and 10.
And for those who may have just tuned in and wonder what is wrong, as the Tigers trail 6-0, John Marshall Bears scored on a 99-yard return of, I guess you'd call it an intercepted pitch on the 1-yard line, took it the distance, missed a 2-point conversion. Tigers marching again, fumble down at the John Marshall 15-yard line, and this will be their 3rd possession of the 1st quarter and a chance to take it down and get some points, complete the drive right here, Terry.
That summary brought to you by Crystal Clear Communications, 808 12th Street Northwest in Ardmore, your authorized Verizon wireless agent. As McAdoo looks to pass downfield, he's got Dante Miller wide open at the 30, and it hits him in the chest, and it bounces loose. As he's unable to focus and bring it in, it would have been a great pass, about 40 yards, and McAdoo hit him dead on the money. Just unable to bring it in incomplete.
Well, 2/3 of that play were excellent there. The play action fake in the middle, the ball fake carried out by McAdoo. Plenty of patience back in the pocket. A perfect strike. Wide receiver just didn't pull the ball in, and that's kind of been the story of this 1st quarter. But boy, when you run like Jimmy Colbert has on the ground tonight and move the ball, that opens up that play action pass, and that baby was there.
And you are correct, as the entire defense swarmed on that line of scrimmage. McAdoo had all day to throw. I formation, strong left side. Hand off to Colbert, or Stubblefield. He breaks through at the 45, up to the 50. He falls forward to the 49-yard line in John Marshall territory. And it'll be a nice gain of 8, almost 9 yards, and that'll make it 3rd down and a short 2.
And you got to think the Tigers are probably averaging somewhere 7 or 8 yards a carry, so you can afford to throw the ball on 1st down because you can run it and pick up 8, 9 yards on 2nd down, make it a makeable situation on 3rd down.
10 seconds, and they'll let the clock expire as the 1st quarter comes to a close. After the 1st quarter, 6-0 the score. John Marshall leads it after the turnover. We're back after this on 95.7 KKHA. Tigers trail by 6. We'll kind of get into some 1st quarter stats here in a moment as the Tigers come out. McAdoo will go under center with the I formation. Stubblefield dots the I. Dante Moore in the fullback slot. Jermaine Gresham to the far side. Dante Miller to the near side. They'll hand it off to Stubblefield. He'll go over to the left tackle. Bust through to the 45 down to the 43-yard line. It'll be good for the 1st down. Move the chains. 1st and 10 from the 37.
Boy, just to tell you how misleading statistics can be, the Tigers, these 1st quarter stats, thanks to Roger Morgan, as always, Tigers had 17 plays for 97 yards of offense in the 1st quarter. John Marshall had 6 plays for 1 yard of offense, and yet, look at the scoreboard, it's 6-0 John Marshall. Also, Tigers led time of possession 7:53 to 4:07. So sometimes it's what you do with the ball. It's not how long you hold it and how many yards you rack up. You got to get it in that end zone however you can.
John Marshall with 2 turnovers so far tonight as they've recovered 2. McAdoo back to pass. He's got protection. He long ball down the middle of the field. Dante Miller, the receiver, as he overthrows him into the end zone. And actually, Reuben Bowen from John Marshall had a better shot at it as Dante just unable to get to that ball.
And that just shows you John Marshall's got some speed in the secondary. There's running step for step with Dante Miller, and that guy can move for the Tigers. So some good wheels back there in white tonight for John Marshall.
McAdoo comes out with the play.
And, you know, it's my first look at the John Marshall football team. The Tiger fans remember the basketball team and Mr. Giddens and that Adam Liberty a couple of years ago.
And last year, as a matter of fact, John Marshall's in the semifinals. As they hand off to Stubblefield, he gets wrapped up at the line of scrimmage. It'll be no gain, maybe a half yard. Third down and a long 10 for the Tigers.
That's really the first time that the Tiger running game has been stuffed there. Nice play up front for John Marshall. And one thing John Marshall has proven, boy, they're going to hang in there and play tough. Hope on something good to happen, which it has on the first couple of possessions for the Tigers.
Send it down to the sideline, and the button, the starter and alternator repair. David Polk, what's your thoughts on the first quarter in the game so far?
Oh, it's just a matter of, you talked about those statistics, and man, they can tell a story that doesn't always, as you say, reflect on the scoreboard. Ardmore's walking all over these guys and still really struggling on the scoreboard. So that pass there's a significant shot at it. So we'll score. It'll be good.
McAdoo gets under pressure, throws over to Stubblefield on a screen play, and he overthrows him, so it'll be incomplete, and the first time the Tigers had to punt tonight.
Well, and credit Demetrius rushing there, as he got a nice pass rush on Drew. Drew really running for his life, tried to get the ball over to Stubblefield, and just under too much heat to make a good accurate throw, and it is first punt of the night for the Tigers.
Ryan Keeton back on the 40-yard line in Ardmore territory to do the punting. No pressure. It's a nice kick. You kick it down to the 10 or the 15, and it'll take a Marshall bounce. And Maurice Grant will get down to cover at the 17-yard line. And that's where the Bears will take over, 1st and 10.
Well,
about time for the defense to
yeah,
score some points. What do you think?
The homecoming crowd is waiting on something good to happen for the Tigers. And really just credit John Marshall. They're playing hard out there. Even when they were down in the shadow of their own goalpost, they didn't give up. They returned the interception 99 yards for a touchdown, and they've played much better defense on the next couple of possessions for the Tigers.
10-20 in the second quarter. As during the half, we'll try to get some area scores for you and try to set up a halftime interview. We want to remind everybody to stay tuned during that. As they hand off to the tailback, and it's going to be nothing as he gets wrapped up in the backfield. That's Gerald Johns, the ball carrier, and he just got swarmed. Kevin Andrews in on the tackle. Loss of 6, maybe 7 yards. It'll be second down and 17.
Kevin Andrews, a young man, we've called his name an awful lot this season for the Tigers, has played really consistently for Ardmore all year long. This Tiger defense, much better than folks thought that it was going to be with all the losses they had last year, all the seniors graduating. They have really played together as a unit well all season.
A lot of speed on the Tiger defense, able to swarm to the ball quickly and close the gaps. Linebacker core showing a lot of moxie as they step up and stop the running game. Pass over the middle, caught by number 2. That's Billy Myatt, the receiver. He catches it at the 20, gets up to the 22 before number 59, Stephen Lee, wraps him up and brings him down. They'll make up about the yards lost plus 4 more. That'll be third down and 5 now. So they get past the original line of scrimmage and mark the ball at the 25-yard or 24-yard line.
And the thing you know with Stephen Lee, you're always going to get 100%. Really made a name for himself on special teams, now really helping that Tiger defense.
Shotgun formation. Thompson got 2 receivers to his right, 2 to his left. Back to pass. He's got time. Plenty of protection over the middle. Caught at the 42-yard line by number 8, Reuben Bowen, right over the middle as he stretched out high. It'll be good for a first down and move the chains. And now the John Marshall Bears offense starting to put some yards up on the board.
That was really an accurate throw for Darren Thompson there. Really the coverage was pretty good for Ellis Knight. He just made a perfect throw and a nice reception for the wide receiver there.
He did go up high to catch that ball.
John Marshall is starting to have some confidence out there on the field now as they're moving it offensively.
Darren Thompson comes out from the sideline. Two receivers to the left side, one to the right. Two backs flank the Thompson in the backfield in the shotgun. Hands off to the one at the right side, and that's number 4, Nate Cotton, as he gets over, tries to cut back to the right, can't get anywhere. The defense swarms on him. It'll be a loss of a couple. They'll mark it at the 42-yard line, and that'll make it 2nd down and 11.
And again, Kevin Andrews didn't make the tackle, really rerouted the ball carrier there as he stayed home there, turning back the other way. Initially broke a tackle. The linebacker missed a tackle for the Tigers, but you have to credit the Tigers for swarm tackling out there, as they had enough Tigers in the area to go ahead and wrap him up short of that line of scrimmage.
Cotton, a short running back out of the backfield, hard to pick up, but the linebackers in the line of scrimmage doing a great job of picking him up. Two to the right, or two to the left side receivers. There's a flag on the play as Thompson will take it around the outside, tries to cut up, gets up to the midfield before he's driven out of bounds. But they're going to have movement on the left side. Let's send it down to David Polk and let him confirm my observations.
I think that's exactly what they're going to have there. You know, he just probably should have thrown that flag before it started and never even run the play from what I was seeing. But we'll see what they say over here.
As they...
And that's exactly right. Got some movement, and they're going to back them up 5. It'll be 2nd and 15.
And it was just a slight little jump on the receiver on the left side that was in the slot. He jumped just a little bit.
Yeah, but you know what I like? We're at the 7:24 mark, 2nd quarter. I believe that's the first penalty, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Has been a crisply played. Hadn't been the sharpest game for the Tigers, but has been a quick-paced ball game. Some big plays already on both sides of the ball.
They'll mark it at the 37-yard line in John Marshall territory. It makes it 2nd down and 15 yards to go, as they break the huddle. Defense is already set. They send Darren Thompson. He stays in the shotgun. Two to the left, two to the right. One lone back to his right side offset. Thompson on a keeper as he tried to run a little draw play, and he gets swarmed by 4. Booker and Marquise Booker and Brian Booker and a couple other Tigers in there.
There were 4 Tigers in there. You can count on at least one Booker to be in on just about every tackle, and that time he had to deal with 2 of them.
Lionel Jimenez in on the play as he shot the gap. 3rd down, 15.
You could hear that contact all the way over here, guys, even with my headset on. That's how hard the hit was.
Make that 3rd and 16 after the loss of a yard. They mark it at the 36-yard line. Shotgun formation. 2 receivers to the left. Low snap. Back to pass. Under pressure. Launches it down the left side. Intercepted at the 43, 45, 50, 45. 40, back into John Marshall territory, down to the 35. That's number 21, Robert Gordon, with the interception, and a nice return as the ball just kind of laid up there long enough, and he was able to get underneath it and only one close.
And I tell you what, that's vision and quickness for Robert Gordon, because he actually was covering Michael White. He came off his receiver when he saw that ball was well underthrown, just reacted to the ball before anybody else could, made the interception, has made some athletic plays all year. Nice to see him get a chance to run one back.
Well, the Tigers get a chance to capitalize on the turnover here as they have 1st and 10 from the 35 or the 34-yard line in John Marshall territory. McAdoo will come under center on the I formation. Hands off to Colbert over the right side, down to the 30, then 28-yard line before he's tripped up. Nice tackle by Chris Bruner. Problem is, Bruner's a linebacker. I want him to get back. If he gets to him, he's already gained a couple of yards.
That time, good blocking right side. I believe Stuart Hoffman, the Tiger I saw shoving his man back, giving Colbert a crease to run through.
Colbert having a great game on the ground so far tonight, as he's already racked up some yardage. Dante Moore, the fullback. The pitch to Colbert around the right side at the 30, 25, and driven out of bounds at the 23-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4, maybe 5. It'll be good for the 1st down, though. That'll move the chains, I believe.
What you have to like about Colbert, runs with his head up, always looking around, is able to move around and read those blocks so well. He's very patient with the football.
As they do move the chains, 1st and 10 Tigers from the 29-yard or 24-yard line. McAdoo stays under center. And that I formation. Colbert right up the middle, hits the 20 down to the 15, down to the 14-yard line as he falls forward, but they'll mark him at the 15 where his knee hits. It almost good for the first down. It's going to be second and a short one.
Nice blocking that time. Tommy Fitzgerald and also Dante Moore, again wearing 37 tonight, just gave him a really nice cushion there, and Colbert is able to run and find those holes, but they are really blowing some holes up front.
And Colbert showing a lot of patience as he waits to the line to develop the holes, and then he hits them quickly before they close. I formation. It's worked for him all night long. Gresham to the near side, Miller to the far side. Hand off to Colbert, left side, huge hole, gets down to the 10. It'll be a gain of 5. First down and 10 for the Tigers. Move the chains. Here we go.
And another thing you like about Colbert, covering that ball up before that second defender is able to come over. He takes the first man on head on, then he wraps the ball up when he sees the second and third defender coming out to protect that football.
They're going to make it first and goal from the 10-yard line as he's just inside the 10. So the Tigers will have 4 chances to even up the score. 4:22 in the second quarter of play. If you're just joining us, the Bears score on an Ardmore turnover on a 99-yard return. Colbert on a draw play to the left side, forces his way up to the 5, down to the they'll mark it right at the 5 as that's where he'll be driven back to. And it'll be second down and goal from the 5.
That's a nice little misdirection play as McAdoo takes a snap, looking to the right side, makes a handoff going back the opposite direction with Colbert. And I don't know if we've seen that one, at least not that I recall. And that's really a good-looking play there.
Kind of a misdirection draw play, if you can have such a thing.
Combo.
They'll stick with that I formation. This time they'll send Miller into the slot on the right side, Gresham to the far right. Colbert on the handoff, hit the 5, 3, 2, 1, touchdown Tigers. And there's a flag on a play on the other side of the field. David Polk, what's going on down there?
Oh, we probably moved just a little bit on the left-hand side over there. The head linesman's talking about it, and they're either talking about that or whether they had 7 on the line. So that's what he threw the flag for here, so that's what we're looking at.
Either way, it's not good.
Nope.
Right.
Either way, both the scenarios you gave us, it's against us. And you are correct movement on this far side. That's going to back them up 5, negate the touchdown. And let's try and do it again. And we want to thank David Polk with the Button Starter and Alternator Sideline Report. Stop in at Buttons, get your battery checked for winter as the temperature starts to fall and the seasons change. They'll check it out for free. And then if there's something wrong, they'll fix it for you. They won't do that for free, though. But they're reasonable, well-priced, and they'll fix it right the first time every time. Button Starter and Alternator Repair, 28 North Commerce in Ardmore.
Well, that was a will of officials down here because we had 7 men on the line of scrimmage, and the guy on my side of the field is just really not one to quiet on up to it. But I just heard him acknowledge down here that should have been a touchdown.
Maybe you're standing too close, David. Don't tell us that stuff.
Yeah, I know, but still, it was
all right. I formation. McAdoo stays under center. Back to pass. Looks to his right. Throws. Tries to hit Miller open the flat. Almost intercepted. Not really intercepted, but it was almost knocked away. Nate Cotton tried to get in between him and the receiver, but it's incomplete. It'll be third down and goal from about the 10-yard line.
Obviously, they watched the game film from last week, saw those catches for Dante Miller, and he's double covered that time as they had Johnson and Cotton both on him.
As the Tigers break huddle, they're going to stay with the I formation that's worked for them all night long. McAdoo yet to go into the shotgun tonight. Rolls to his right, bootleg. He'll pull it down and keep it. Now he throws into the end zone. Miller, touchdown Tigers. My gosh, what a great catch and what a great pass by Drew McAdoo as he was on his way down, had the jersey tackle going, and he was about to be thrown for a loss and looked up, saw Miller wide open in the end zone and able to get it to him.
I think that was Bobby Agaucha there who thought he got him, but he didn't get enough of him as Drew just wrestled away. I think he must have been looking through his ear hole to find the receiver in the end zone for the touchdown.
And he looked up and there was Miller, and he was really for the position McAdoo was in. It was a great throw, and Miller did a good job coming up underneath and snagging the football. The kick is up from Ryan Keeton, and it is good. That's going to make it 7-6. The Tigers regain the lead at 3:14 in the second quarter of play as the John Marshall Bears come to play on homecoming. We're back after this on 95.7 KKAJ.
Touchdown pass. Tigers on top now, 7-6.
That summary brought to you by Crystal Clear Communications, 808 12th Street Northwest in Ardmore. Your authorized Verizon wireless agent. They got all kinds of deals going on for Halloween and October Fest. Come on down and check it out. Verizon Wireless and Crystal Clear Communications. Ryan Keeton to do the kicking. He's on the 40. He tees it up and kicks it. A nice high end-over-end kick. It's all booming. Cotton takes it at the 5, 10, 15, 20. Gets stacked up by Stubblefield right at the 20-yard line. Make it the 21 as they'll give him a yard and a half after that. And that's where the Bears will take over, 1st and 10. And the Ardmore defense done a great job so far tonight shutting down the offense, except for a couple of pass plays.
Yes, they have. And Robert Gordon, again, got things turned around for the Tigers with his interception and the return down to the John Marshall 34-yard line. Tiger defense playing strong, as they have all season, and they have had a good first half tonight. And the turnover, the difference really, Tigers with 2 turnovers, 1 for a touchdown for John Marshall. And now the Tigers return the favor after the interception, take it down to score.
Try to get some area scores for you during the halftime. If you get a chance tomorrow morning, 8:30 right here on KKJ, we'll have the Mike Kellick Chevrolet Coaches Show live from the Prairie Kitchen. Come out and have some breakfast with us. We'll talk to all the area coaches. That's the Mike Kellick Chevrolet Coaches Show from the Prairie Kitchen, 8:30 tomorrow morning, as we have a flag on the play, as we never got the play off. It's just as well I was in the middle of a commercial.
Well, and the field position battle has been won by Ardmore all night, although it finally paid off. John Marshall has started at their own 39-yard line, at their own 15-yard line, at their own 18-yard line, now at their own 22, and they're going backwards on the penalty on first down.
1st and 15 from the 15. Make it the 16-yard line. Shotgun formation, nobody in the backfield. 3 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Thompson rolls out to his right side. He'll try to cut up field, and he gets wrapped up out there in the flats by number 59. That's Stephen Lee, the left side linebacker, with a nice read there, and it'll be a gain of a yard, 2nd down and 15.
Like the way Stephen Lee tackles. Man, he is a fundamental tackler there. As he went down, just wrapped him up, got both ankles, twisted them together, and generally that ball carrier will go down.
Thompson breaks the huddle. Again, nobody in the backfield. They tried to spread the defense. This time they'll send 2 to the right, 3 to the left. Thompson's in the shotgun. 4-man front. He's back to pass. He's got protection over the middle, almost through behind the receivers. Nate Cotton lost his footing. And Ellis Knight come up, tried to make an interception, just couldn't quite get to it.
Good defense, Ryan Chandler back there, as he had good coverage, and I think might have got a hand on the ball there too. If not, disrupted the receiver enough that there was no smooth connection between the quarterback and the wide receiver.
So far, the defense for the Tigers has been fairly good.
Well, you know, all
season,
I think they played pretty well against Ada. If you remember that ball game, they've been pretty consistent all year. They had a couple lapses at Duncan, but other than that,
to not have any starters returning from the previous year, it's pretty impressive to watch these young men. On the snap off the shotgun, it'll be a keeper over the right side for Thompson. He'll get up to the 19-yard line. It'll be a gain of 2, maybe a yard, as he didn't get as good a spot as I thought he was going to get. And that's going to bring on the punting unit for the Marshall Bears.
And a timeout for the Tigers there, as they want some time on the clock with 2:17 left. Going to get the ball in good field position as they have held defensively again, and another chance for the Tiger offense.
Let's take a quick 30, and we'll be back after this on 95.7 KKJ. 50-yard line. On his own. That's okay. We'll say he's on his own 49. There's the kick from Austin. It's a boomer. As he gets it down to the 43, Justin bobbles the reception as it hits the ground. He picks it up, and now he's swarmed. It'll be a loss of a couple on the return. They'll mark it at the 41 or the 46-yard line, and that's where the Tigers will take over. 1st and 10 as Justin Day unable to hold on to the ball. But he'll stay in along with Dante Miller and Jermaine Gresham. So
John Marshall can run. I'm telling you, they have had more than their share of talented athletes, and they've been good in coverage tonight on the punts and the kickoffs both.
They'll put Justin Day in the slot, Jermaine Gresham to the near side here on this by the home side, and Dante Miller to the far left side. McAdoo back to pass. A quick out to Gresham in the slot. Midfield, 45, 40. He's dragging a couple down to the 35 and
fumble,
and now picked up by Justin Day. 5-10. 10-5 touchdown Tigers. Man, where'd that come from? Justin Day it was kind of like a lateral fumble.
Well, Justin Day just always waiting around to see if he can help out, and that time Gresham really getting physical in the secondary, took that free safety on head-to-head. Free safety popped the ball out of there. There's Justin Day on the spot, just picked it up, never broke stride, took it to the end zone.
Send it down to David Polk in the Button sideline.
You're exactly right. Justin just always seems to be where he needs to be, and he's got great vision on the field, and that time he just he came back to block, and when he saw he needed to pick it up, he was just gone.
He didn't bobble that one, as Ryan Keeton with a nice booming kick for the extra point. It's up and good. The Tigers lead it now 14-6. We're back after this on 95.7 KKAJ.
Tigers with the lead 14-6 over John Marshall. Tigers lined up to kick off. Ryan Keeton with the deep onside. And back making the reception is Michael White for John Marshall. Tigers score on a nice reception for Jermaine Gresham, who fumbled, and it was picked up by Justin Day. Ran the distance with it to pick up another score here before halftime. Tigers with the lead 14-6, 1:51 remaining second quarter.
That summary brought to you by Crystal Clear Communications, your authorized Verizon wireless agent in Ardmore, 808 12th Street Northwest. Stop by and check out all the great plans, in-network calling, and unlimited nights and weekends from Verizon.
Let's go defense!
Crystal Clear Communications. As the Ardmore defense steps up, they'll put 4 on the line. Thompson in the shotgun for the Bears. It's a good snap. He's back to pass. Looks, and now he's under pressure. He's going to get wrapped up and brought to the ground. It'll be a loss of 7 as number 65 with a nice tackle there. That's Kevin Andrews again, as we called his name several times this evening. Mark it at the 24-yard line, 23-yard line, and it'll be second down and a long 16.
And Kevin working hard to fight off that blocker. Frank Norwood is a big guy. He's listed at 260, looks bigger than that. And Kevin initially didn't look like he's going to have a chance to get in there. Just kept working hard, fought through that blocker, and able to get the sack.
As we have another timeout on the field, we'll take a 30 back after this on 95.7 KKHA. Take a timeout as he didn't like what he saw defensively. We'll keep it right here, and talk a little bit. And let's send it down to David Polk on the sideline. We got Dr. Carr, the superintendent of schools, coming up at half. She's up here in the press box, and maybe somebody else that you're going to talk to. But what do you got for us at the halftime, David?
Well, I've got Terry Rogers running around to talk a little bit about Ardmore High School girls basketball, but if we don't do that this week, we'll do it in a couple of weeks. Well, I'll tell you what, guys, and one of the things we talked about in the break was Jermaine may have gotten stripped of the ball, but there were 4 guys trying to tackle him, and nobody could bring him down on that last play that Justin picked up the fumble and took it in for the touchdown. These boys are starting to get frustrated for John Marshall. Thought we'd see it. It's just happening a little later in the game than we thought it would be.
There you go. As the Tigers come out after the timeout, John Marshall already out on the field, so they didn't utilize the entire timeout. But they'll go into the shotgun. 4-man front. Rolls out to the right side. Thompson looks to throw. Hits the receiver in the flat. He'll turn upfield and gain a couple more yards. Gets back to almost just past the original line of scrimmage at the 30. They'll mark it right there, and it'll be third down and a long 9.
And Tigers have 2 timeouts. Probably expect to see them use one maybe and salvage a little clock, try to get another possession here before the end of this first half as we're nearing the 1-minute mark, 1:14 and counting.
Tigers got off to a slow start as they've able to move the football down the field, on the ground, in the air, however they want to do it, but a couple of turnovers stopped some drives. Marshall Bears able to capitalize on one of those. But the Ardmore defense has stepped up. Option to the right side. Nate Cotton comes out, tries to turn the corner, can't get there. Justin Day comes over along with Ellis Knight and I believe Brian Booker.
Stephen Lee also over there to help punch him out of bounds, which is a good play because they save a little clock there without a timeout.
And the 2 Bookers.
And Justin Day is going to get a chance to return another kick here. 46 seconds left in the second.
As he'll come all the way back down to his 43-yard line. That's where he'll stand. Denarell Austin, the punter, standing on his own 18-yard line. With 46 seconds left, Tigers lead 14-6 here in the first half of play. The kick is up, and it's a squibber over to the left side. It'll be away from Justin. It'll roll to a stop at the 41-yard line. And that's where the Tigers will take over, 1st and 10. And they'll have time to run maybe 2, maybe 3 plays as they still got a couple of timeouts left.
This is already possession number 6 for the Tigers. They have made the most of this second quarter anyway, as they have really made up some ground as they struggled through that first quarter and kind of turned things around in the second.
Time of possession is definitely in the Tigers' favor as the John Marshall Bears only had a couple of first downs so far in the ball game. McAdoo will stay under center. This time he's only got a lone back in the backfield. 3 receivers out to the left side. Colbert, the lone back, he'll take it on the draw. Up the middle, hits the 45, 50, cross midfield down to the 40 before he's brought down by the Bears. And that's going to put a little bit more sense of urgency in the Tigers as they'll have time to run some more plays.
How about that play call, Coach Lloyd there, the old draw up the middle. Nobody looking for that. They busted it big right up the middle.
Colbert, the lone back, he'll offset to the right side. 3 receivers to the right. McAdoo bootlegs over here to the right side, looks to throw. Hits Gresham in the flat at the 30, and he'll run out of bounds at the 27-yard line.
That may be the first time we've seen Jermaine run out of bounds. He likes to run over people after he catches the ball, but trying to save that clock.
24 seconds, and the Tigers still with 2 timeouts left. As they now are trying to put another score on the board before half. The ball on the 27, 1st and 10. McAdoo goes under center, offset back to the left side. That's Colbert. 3 receivers out to the left. He'll bootleg that way, looks over to the flat, hits Gresham in the flat at the 20. He'll barrel over somebody this time, then goes out of bounds at the 18, make it the 16-yard line. And it'll be 1st and 10 Tigers from the 16.
Jermaine is physical now. He likes to run over people. Frustrated basketball player. If he does that in basketball, it's a foul, but you can get away with it playing football. So has a chance to take out a defensive back before he stepped out of bounds.
1st and 10 from the 16 with 16 seconds on the clock. Tigers 14-6 to score. as they lead after a fumble touchdown. We'll give them, that's what we'll call that last play. McAdoo under center. Looks to throw to his right, hits Justin Day in the flat at the 10. He spins down to the 4 before he's tackled by number 29 with the tackle, Theo Bennett. And now the Tigers will spend one of their timeouts as they got it down in deep into the red zone with running out of bounds. Smart offensive movement there by the Tigers.
Well,
Jermaine Gresham and McAdoo.
A nice throw and a good reception, knowing you're going to get walloped when you make the catch. Justin Day just caught it, turned his head back upfield. Sometimes you have a tendency to look, see where that defender is, but he didn't do it. Pulled that one in, got down inside the 5-yard line. Again, Tigers had 2 timeouts. We'll have 1 remaining after calling that one, but nice execution. The old 2-minute drill working, or the minute 41-second drill working pretty well for the Tigers.
Well, and actually they only had 46 seconds on the
That's
clock
true.
when they took the ball.
That's
so
true.
it's the
Hey, guys.
46 second.
Scoreboard is wrong. There are no timeouts left. They've used them all. I thought they'd used 2 early. The official just indicated that was their last timeout. So.
Okay. Well, now we know that. Hopefully the coaches aren't looking at the scoreboard.
No, the coaches asked him. So
Is that a penalty?
I don't think you
If
get
they
a,
try to
you
call a
don't,
timeout?
You don't get a technical in football if you call the timeout.
they just won't let you have the timeout.
Okay. As Drew McAdoo tries to get the fans into it. 9 seconds on the clock. No timeouts remaining. The ball on the 4-yard line. McAdoo under center. Colbert offset to the left side. Back to pass is McAdoo. Looks untroubled. Throws it to the back of the end zone. Dante Miller, the intended receiver. It's knocked down by Nate Cotton. It'll be incomplete with 3 seconds left on the clock.
Knocked down by Justin Day. He had to turn into a defender there, but that ball's liable to be intercepted by Cotton in the end zone. Justin Day broke it up.
All right. So it was Justin.
I'm telling you, just
And
hangs
Ryan
around.
Keeton.
Escorted one of the Queen candidates out before the game. He picked up a fumble, ran it in for a touchdown. Now he turns defender on the offensive unit. Whatever he can do to help.
Always in the right spot at the right time. Ryan Keeton in to kick the field goal. And now we have stopped clock by John Marshall. As they'll take a timeout. We'll take one as well. We're back in 30 after this on 95.7 KKHN. I'm Terry Long with Billy Wallace and David Polk. On the sideline this evening it's a beautiful night for football. The temperature's dropping a little bit. It's in the 50s right now and continuing to drop. Crisp night for football. This is what it's all about right here, Billy.
Meteorologist Terry Long.
That's me. You know, I'm not a meteorologist, but I know good football weather. Ryan Keeton in to do the kicking for the field goal as McAdoo holds. High snap. They get the kick away. It's up and good. And the Tigers will take it an 11-point lead now as they have the score 17-6 as the clock expires. It's halftime at homecoming. The Tigers up. We're back after this on 95.7 KKAJ. Warming up, about 20 seconds away from the second half action here. And Billy, your keys to your your prescription for success for the second half.
Well, the same thing I said in the beginning. Don't look ahead. Continue to play ball. I think the Tigers might have done that a little bit early. They were a little bit sloppy, but played pretty well in the second quarter. Extended this lead 17-6. And as we hear, Chickasha, kind of the same thing over there as Chickasha's facing Southeast. They're up 24-6 at halftime. So maybe they're having the same type of output over there that Tigers have had tonight. But just don't look ahead. Finish this one out. Move on to next week.
David Polk, your prescription for success in the second half.
Do more of what we did in the last 3:14 of the second quarter. Hold on to the ball, play good, tough defense, and it'll be 60-6 before the game's over.
Well, I mean, I agree with you as far as doing what they've been doing, but I think they have to protect the football. Turnovers are what stopped the 2 drives in the first quarter. After that, once they started protecting the football, they were able to move the ball down the field and put it in the end zone. And obviously, you know, the Tigers, I think, the better team. They just need to not beat themselves.
Well, you could sure see John Marshall get a little more confidence there towards the end of the half until they scored those quick points. So it was sure good to see that, because it'd have been tough if we'd have come out 6-0 at halftime. John Marshall would have been in the ball game.
Yes, they would have. And they're out on the field. The Tigers are about to take the field as well as we get ready for second half action. The prescription for success brought to you by Pharmacy Plus in Medill. You can choose your oxygen or medical equipment. Choose Pharmacy Plus, serving the Lake Texoma area for over 20 years, 211 South 1st Street in Medill, helping you take care of yourself. As Dante Miller and Jermaine Gresham go back deep for the Tigers, they'll stand on their own 10-yard line. And number 22, Johnny Cotton, to do the kicking for the John Marshall Bears.
The Bears.
That's
what I thought of when you said the Bears.
John Marshall, known for their basketball programs in the state of Oklahoma.
Well, they used to be known for. They won the state championship not too many years ago.
As we get ready to get underway here in the second half, Cotton's kick is a line drive. Squibber, it hits Miller, fields it at the 10, 15, 20. Cuts out to the left side, 25, tries to get around the outside. Does, hit the 30, 35, and it almost breaks the last tackle to get, but he'll be brought down at the 41-yard line by number 22, the kicker, Johnny Cotton.
And Johnny Cotton saved a touchdown because Dante got to that corner, and nobody's going to catch him if he hits that sideline. Absolute last guy in white made the tackle.
And Cotton got hurt as he's hobbling over to get out of bounds. Makes his way over to the bench on a nice kick by the Bears, but good field position as the Tigers will start off 1st and 10 from their own 41-yard line. Make that the 42-yard line. And let's see what kind of adjustments the Tigers make during the halftime. As you pretty much stick to it, as your offense was clicking on all cylinders. It's just protecting the football. I formation. Colbert dots the I. McAdoo back to pass. He's got Miller over the top at the 45 in Marshall territory. Gets down to the 43 before he's brought down by the linebacker. And that's number 2, Billy Myatt, the tackle. But a nice pass there from Drew McAdoo on down and in.
And the Tigers continue to run out of that I formation. That was a little play action fake and then a nice slant right in the middle and a perfect strike.
Again, the I formation. It's worked for him all night long. McAdoo checks off. He's got a strong left side. Gresham out to the far side. Dante Miller here to the near side. Hands off to Colbert. Over the right side tackle. Tries to bump outside. Gets tackled down at about the 41-yard line. It'll be a gain of 3. And it'll be 2nd down and 7.
Tigers have moved the ball well on the ground. The halftime break, they had really pushed that defensive front around for the Bears. Tigers 127 yards in the air, 125 yards on the ground, so very balanced at halftime. But good running game for the Tigers.
10:56 in the second quarter or second half. As we're just underway, it's 17-6 as the Tigers stay on the ground. It'll be a gain of 7. And that's going to be Dante Moore, I believe, was the ball carrier.
I like him at fullback. He has played well. We've called his name on some blocking. That time got the carry and moved the pile for a first down.
Got the first down. 1st and 10 from the 34-yard line. McAdoo under center. I formation, strong left side. On a keeper, up the right side, down to the 29, 28-yard line. The Tigers move the football And the pile goes down, and it'll be a gain of 4, and it'll be 2nd down and 6.
You don't think of Drew being a power runner, but he really powered his way there as he had 3 Bears hanging on him, carried him forward, and then took a pretty good shot as he crossed that line of scrimmage and got back into the linebacker area.
Tigers offense has moved the football on the ground very well tonight, as evidenced by the stats. They've controlled the ball possession as well. I formation, that misdirection over to the right side to Colbert. Colbert pushes the pile forward. It'll be a gain of a couple. They'll mark it at the 26-yard line, and that'll make it 3rd down and 3.
And boy, so far just all business here on this first possession in the second half. Tigers just marching the ball. Had the one big pass play to Miller, but pretty much on the ground. Jimmy Colbert, power running game that time, straight ahead. Nice pickup on 2nd down.
Brandon McCarroll comes in the ball game along with McAdoo as he comes back from the sideline. Wonder if you'll see the tight end get involved right now. Colbert, the lone back in the backfield. 3 receivers to the left side. They're in tight. Colbert will take it over the left side, and he'll drive past the 25 down to the 22-yard line, and it'll be good for the 1st down. It'll be a gain of 4, maybe 5 yards. See where they've marked the spot. They're going to measure. No, they're not. It's going to be 1st and 10 Tigers.
You mentioned the Tiger tight ends. They had, I think, about 4 catches last week up at Southeast. Part of the game we have not seen. And Tigers throw to the tight end, Matt Hicks, on the field right now. And it kind of makes you wonder how long before they throw.
Again, that tight formation, play action to the right side. McAdoo looks to throw. Down in the end zone. And Marquise Booker, the intended receiver, can't hold on to it as it just, he had to go up high to catch it, and then it fell, and when he fell, he dropped the ball.
And Billy Myatt, credit him for reaching out and slapping at that football. Might have stripped him of the ball there, as it looked like Booker's going to have the touchdown.
As Marquise Booker and Brandon McCarroll come off, Dante Miller checks back in for the Tigers.
And that time Drew had an option there as McCarroll was open from his tight end position a little shallower, and then saw the open Booker in the end zone, decided to go deep.
McAdoo under center, I formation. Colbert dots the bootleg to the left side. He throws out into the flat to Jermaine Gresham at the 15. Loses his footing, keeps it though, gets down to the 12, 11. Fights his way to the 10, and about 4 or 5 Bears finally make it over there to make the tackle. Billy Myatt was holding on for dear life.
I would hate to have to tackle that guy, I'm telling you.
Sending it down to the button sideline. David Polkey's right there in the action.
He was trying to hurt 2 or 3 people as he was heading to the end zone then. They just keep hitting him, and he just keeps running. It's great fun down here eye level to see what's going on with him when he catches the ball, because he wants to go score every time.
Power running from Jermaine Gresham. Dante Miller goes to the far right side. I formation, strong right. McAdoo under center. Little stutter step, keeps it, goes up the middle, gets down to the back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be no gain, 2nd down and 10.
Good defense. Willie Jones in the backfield that time. Got a hold of Drew. Really, Drew no chance to either make the handoff or the fake. Just fighting to hang on to that football.
As the offense has taken the ball and marched it down the field, they started on their own 42-yard line. And they've run some time off the clock here in the first possession of the ball game, or the second half. McAdoo will come under center, strong left side this time. Play action to the right, out to Dante Moore. He can't hold on to it, it's just out of his reach. Kind of bobbled it on the end of his fingers, but drops the ball. It'll be incomplete. 3rd down and 10 for the Tigers from the 10.
Little bootleg to the right side there, and Drew had a little bit of heat in his face there. Had a defender, Gerald Johns, back there hurrying him a little bit. I think it's still a pretty good throw there on the run for McAdoo, just not able to connect with the fullback.
As I believe the Tigers take a timeout, figure out what they want to do. Or they, now Coach Lloyd looking at the referee like, what's going on? And
Well, nobody for Ardmore called a timeout. They're trying to figure out who called it. The umpire stepped up and said there was a timeout on the field, but nobody called it, so they're trying to figure out who did it.
Well, now they're discussing it.
The phantom timeout.
They've just decided that they're just going to make this an officials timeout and let Ardmore back on the field. They're all standing over here going, whoa, 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 what's going on? And so there we are. It's a great night for football.
Well, now John Marshall goes back out on the field. The coach on the other side is like, okay, that'll work.
Well, they both got a chance to talk. It's okay.
Just like Little League.
Quit it.
That's the Tigers. 3 receivers to the right side. It's Dante Miller and Justin Day in the slots. Jermaine Gresham on the outside. Dante Moore, the lone back in the backfield. McAdoo will come under center for the Tigers. John Marshall Bears, 6, 7, 8 men in the box. McAdoo rolls to his right side, throws, Gresham in the end zone, touchdown Tigers.
Good job coming back for the football by Jermaine there. Almost had to come out of the end zone to make the reception, and that was a rocket from McAdoo, because if he doesn't rocket that ball in there, that defensive back's got a chance to make a play.
And just a great reception as Jermaine went up high. The ball thrown high, and no defender could have got to it, only Jermaine, and makes a fingertip grab, brings it in, hauls it down. That's going to make it 23-6 as Ryan Keeton comes on to make the extra point attempt. Send it down to David Polk and his description of the extra point.
Ryan's up on the ball. It was a bad snap, but he did get it up. Nice job there by Drew McAdoo to get the ball on the block for Ryan as he puts it up.
Back after this on 95.7, 24-6, Tigers lead. We're on KKHN. It's homecoming, 2004, and the Tigers lead 24-6. Ryan Keeton tees it up. Back deep for the John Marshall Bears. Nate Cotton, number 4, along with number 29, Theo Bennett. It's a long, high kick, fielded at the 10, 20, up to the 25 is Cotton. He gets down to the 26, maybe 27-yard line. And Tigers defense swarms on him. 1st and 10 Bears.
Jared Fields at the bottom of the stack there, and also looks like Ryan Chandler. A couple of guys getting up off the stack. Tigers a pretty safe lead now, 24-6. That, by the way, that's the last score we had. Chickasha over at their place over Southeast, 24-6 at halftime. Both teams probably peeking ahead a little bit, thinking about next week. It'll be a great scene here next Thursday night, by the way. You got to make your plans early to be out here Thursday evening for probably the game of the year. Obviously, at Noble Stadium will be this year. But
if you look at the schedule, this is the best scenario to have Chickasha come here, as the Tigers, the young team, and but always nice to play at home. Shotgun formation. Thompson around the left side. He breaks through, hits the 30, 35, down to the 39-yard line before he slammed to the ground. It'll be good for a John Marshall first down. First one of those we've seen in a while.
And John Marshall said, wait a minute, we're not through yet. We can't be talking about Chickasha. We still got a thing or two to talk about.
Mark it at the 39-yard line, 1st and 10. Nice little quarterback keeper over the left side there for Darren Thompson.
And for the folks who may have tuned in late, Whitney Brown, the homecoming queen for 2004. Congratulations to her. Nice festivities, which, by the way, will be on the replay Tuesday and Wednesday night at 7 o'clock. Channel 17.
Channel 17. Got that plug in. Thompson on a keeper again. He's trying to take it on his own shoulders now. And he barrels his way forward for a gain of 4, maybe 5 yards. They'll mark it at the 43-yard line. So it'll be 2nd down and 5.
Hey guys, I got a couple of scores.
Send it.
Tishomingo is up on Plainview right now, 14-7 in the third quarter, and Marlowe is up on Dixon by that same score, 14-7 in the third quarter.
That's an important game for the Dixon Comets, as that's a must-win situation for them. If they expect to make the playoffs, they have to get back in that ball game. Thanks to David Polk and the Button Sideline Report for those updated scores. Shotgun formation. Thompson on the keeper. He'll get wrapped up by Brian Booker, as well as Marquise Booker and Dante Moore also in on the tackle. And it'll be no gain on the play. It'll still be 3rd down and actually a loss of a half yard. 3rd down and 6 now for the Bears.
One other score. Last we heard, Oklahoma 12, Texas nothing. I think that still remains the same. I just said that in case Larry Zink has his headset on down there. He gives me the hook 'em horn sign. But Texas still hasn't scored on the Sooners, and
that's right.
We're almost a week later.
Yeah, they get to hold on to that for another 358 days till they play again. Darren Thompson again in the shotgun. Whistle on the play. Flag comes flying. I bet I can guess what that is, but let's send it down to David Polk, our in-house resident.
Delay of game. We're going to back them up 5 yards, and it'll be 3rd down and 10.
3rd and 10, maybe make it 11.
Yeah, David Polk is qualified to give us the Southeast update. We haven't asked him for Southeastern State update all season. He could keep us posted on that end.
Those guys are 5-1, and they have a big game this weekend. It's an away game down at Tarleton State. But they're playing really well, and it all come down, I think, to the end of the season to 2 teams, UCO and East Central, as to whether Southeastern moves on into the playoffs.
Isn't it great, though, to see East Central and Southeastern both doing well this year?
You bet. First time in a while they've.
Well, I'm partial to Southeastern, thank you.
All right.
Sorry.
We understand. Darren Thompson rolls to his left side, tries to throw. Now he gets it downfield and almost gets it picked off after the tip. As Billy Myatt, the intended receiver, it went off the tops of his hands, and then Ellis Knight tried to come up underneath it behind. Interception. It'll be incomplete, and that'll make it 4th and 11, and the John Marshall Bears have to punt it away.
And you guys, I've been sitting here looking due east of here, and I keep seeing, like, what is that? That's the circus tent down at Ardmore Middle School.
Yes, it is.
Lit up. That's kind of unusual. I've been doing these games out here. What is this, 7 years now? First time I've ever seen a circus tent in the backfield there.
And you really don't realize it, but you're right. The Circus Chimera is in town. There's the punt from the Bears, fielded by Justin Day at the 28. He tries to come to his left to get around the corner and can't get there, as number 32 came out of nowhere. Clay Williams with a nice open field tackle on Justin Day. And that really is a neat looking sight from way over
there. It is. Well,
I
I saw that at halftime. I thought, what is that? I thought it was the refinery, but then it hit me. They've got a circus going on, and that's something to check into for the weekend there, as it's a fundraiser for the Ardmore Middle School. So check into that. Don't have the times or anything, but that should be tickets all around town.
You bet. Don't know if the cameras guys listen. Hopefully it isn't. We'll reach over there and film it. You can watch the playback on Tuesday and Wednesday nights, 7 o'clock on cable channel 17 in Ardmore. I formation. McAdoo checks off. He's got a strong right side on the line. Back to pass. Hits Gresham in the flat at the 28 or 33. Up to the 39-yard line. Just across the 40 as he falls forward and out of bounds. 41-yard line. It'd be good for a 1st down and move the chains. 1st and 10, Ardmore.
I really like Ardmore's offense now. That I formation, they've established a running game, opens up the passing game. And, you know, Gresham and the other wide receivers getting such a cushion that little short dump-off pass play at the line of scrimmage is there all night long. And Gresham, man, how difficult is it to tackle him after he makes that short reception?
And it is resulting in a lot of yards after the catch. As number 2, Billy Myatt, you know, he's probably a good little cornerback, but against Gresham, he's given up about 10 inches as Colbert takes the ball on the handoff, runs over the left side and up the gut of the John Marshall Bears, and he'll gain 7, and it'll make it 3rd down and a short 3. Make that 2nd down and 3.
Just a grinded out offense for the Tigers. And boy, this third quarter's ticking away, 4:09 and counting.
24-6 the score. McAdoo under center, again the I formation. Marshall stacks the box. Colbert on the draw play over the right side, busts through the line, gets up to midfield where he's brought down by a couple of Bears. That's number 81 in on the tackle, Demetrius Rushing. Now they're getting, boy, what a spot. They're laying back at the 49. So it's only going to be a gain of a yard. It'll be second or third down and about a yard and a half.
Still a really makeable situation, and credit that ground game. The offensive line, really a nice push up front, has been there all night long.
And this will be the second week in a row we've seen the Tigers offense. McAdoo on a keeper, crosses midfield, gets up to the first down marker, just barely. Somehow, now we got a flag on the play as the Marshall Bears, number 76, Antoine Jennings, running out of the pack with the ball. Let's see what they call. Let's send it down to David Polk and let him tell us.
Going to get an unsportsmanlike face mask there. They about rearranged Drew's head to look off his back instead of his front there, and that's the reason why he dropped the ball, but he was already down on the knees, so we'll get a 15-yard marker off there on that one.
Well, and then they just threw the football at the referee and hit him in the back.
Hey, guys, there's a guy down here on the sideline. He's wearing number 86. It's the first time he's ever had the football uniform on, but you might see if you see his name there on the roster.
No, sir. We don't have an 86, but if you find out his name, tell us.
His name is Dylan Jordan.
Dylan Jordan. I know Dylan. Where are you at? Oh, there you are.
He's down here close to me.
Okay. I formation, the ball on the 33-yard line in John Marshall territory. McAdoo rolls to his right, hits Marquise Booker out in the flat. On a nice little out pattern there, they'll get down to the 25-yard line. It'll be a gain of 7, and it'll make it second down and a short 3.
Boy, and credit McAdoo, not only the strong arm, but the wheels to free himself up as he was running for his life again. And I think Drew throws on the run about as well as anybody you're going to see at the high school level, because, I mean, he's in a full-out sprint and threw a bullet downfield.
There's Justin Day checks in for the Tigers. Tigers want to run as much clock as they can, punch it in at the end of the quarter, and not give the Marshall Bears a chance to retaliate here in the third quarter. And that's the best way to win ball games. Keep the other team's offense off the field. Hand off to Colbert, up the middle, hits the 20, down to the 23 or 18, 15. Now he's finally brought down at the 13-yard line. I'm still trying to figure out how I went from the 20 to the 23.
I don't know. Well, you went. What'd you do in the first?
I'm not sure what he did. He put his hand down and he kept going. I thought he was going down, but Jimmy Cobb with a nice second and third effort gets a first down. The ball's on the 13-yard line, and it's 1st and 10.
The Tigers, a little extra incentive to get done quickly tonight. There's a dance after the game.
Oh, is that what it is?
They got some girlfriends waiting on them, so they're trying to take care of business here, put this game away, and get over there to the dance.
Forgot about the homecoming dance. Always an important part of homecoming. Colbert on the pitch out. He's going to get swarmed in the backfield this time. It'll be a loss of 4. As number 3 gets in, Gerald Johns. Nice tackle there. Defensive stand by the John Marshall Bears. Make it a loss of 4. Mark it all the way back at the 17-yard line. The first down marker's down on the 3. So it'll be second down and 15.
Very comfortable feeling out here tonight. Everybody in the press box is relaxed. As I look down through the windows to our left and right, everybody's relaxed. And
yeah, nobody's screaming, yelling.
Enjoying a beverage and just enjoying the ball game.
I formation, McAdoo back and pass, throws over to the left side and just out of the reach of Justin Day is really the worst ball we've seen thrown by Drew tonight.
I'm not sure it wasn't tipped. Did somebody tip that, David Polk?
No, it just was a little high. I think it just flew on him a little bit.
Got away from him.
I was trying to help him out there.
Since the Yankees got rained out, for those of you who were listening and concerned.
That'll break Randy Kendrick's heart.
And
well, he's asked me 3 times if we had a score, so
he knows now that it's been rained out. No game on the
He's wearing
baseball.
his Jeter jersey out here tonight.
Yes, he is. And there's a couple of Red Sox fans out here as well.
There's another Yankee down here wearing Posada's jersey, looks like. So I have to rinse them out, wear them again tomorrow, I guess.
Offset formation, 3 receivers to the left side. McAdoo under pressure. He's going to get sacked after a loss of maybe 13. Mark it all the way back at the 31-yard line.
Boy, that's what you call taking one for the team there. Drew just thought about trying to throw that ball up, decided against it, and just took what he was going to have to deal with. There's about 4 John Marshall Bears all over him. There's really no chance to get the football out of there.
And rather than try to make something and force something and get a turnover, smartly took the sack. 4 down territory, though. Tigers are going to go for it. 59 seconds left in the third quarter. McAdoo comes under center. Culbert's offset to the left side. Long pass down the middle, hit Justin Day, the intended receiver, and it's broken up by number 29, Theo Bennett, at about the 10-yard line. So good play call, just couldn't get it done. Is good coverage from the defensive secondary, and that'll be a turnover on downs, and the Bears will take over. 1st and 10 from the 31-yard line.
John Marshall really has good speed in the secondary. That was a great reaction for Bennett. Just went up and slapped it away. Knew that he's going to get the ball out here around the 30-yard line, so no sense trying to dive for the interception. Just slap it down and give his team a chance out in better field position.
As they break the huddle, Darren Thompson, the quarterback, in the shotgun formation. He's got one back flank to his left side. Back to pass, throws over to the left side, and it's complete down to the 40-yard line. Nate Cotton, the receiver, as he's been his favorite. No, I'm sorry, that's number 2, Billy Myatt, as it'll be just shy of the first down marker, and it'll be 2nd down and a short half-yard. No, they're going to measure it. David Polk, your thoughts on the measurement?
Well, I'm trying to get down here to it to look at it, but it sure looks like a first down to me from where I'm standing.
You've got the angle.
Oh, it's going to be about 6 inches short.
I said half-yard. We're good. Didn't know I was that good. I'm a half a foot, actually.
Yeah.
6 is 6.
I was about to ask him what school he went to.
Yeah. He corrected quickly, though. Did the old soft shoe.
I did. Tapped my way out of that one.
Well, I missed it, too.
And I went to Druid Hills High School. And if you could tell me where that's at, I'll give you tickets to some kind of concert.
Some kind of concert?
Yeah, just come by the station. Tell me where I went to school. Druid Hills High School is where I went to school. You tell me what town it's in, and I'll tell you it's not in Oklahoma. Shotgun formation. As Thompson keeps it, goes up the right side in the middle, and it'll be a gain of a couple. Be good for the first down. And that'll move the chains as the quarter's going to come to an end. It's 20 seconds still on the clock. They'll start it after they get the chains set. Maybe get one more play off here.
Was a quick third quarter.
Very quick, as the Tigers kept it on the ground and ran the clock off.
Let's hope it's an equally quick fourth quarter.
Shotgun formation, they'll get one more play off. Back to pass. Under pressure, steps up in the pocket, throws over the middle. Incomplete. The intended receiver, number 8, Reuben Bowen, as the quarter comes to an end. After 3 quarters of play, it's 24-6. The Tigers on top. It's homecoming. 2004, we're back after this on 95.7 KKAJ. Gets sacked in the backfield by Booker, Brian Booker, but he doesn't, and he gets around the corner, and Marquise Booker comes over and makes the tackle and runs him out of bounds at the It'll be a loss of a half a yard. They'll mark it at the 42-yard line, and it'll be 3rd down and 11.
The old double Booker defense the Tigers are set up in tonight.
Justin Day up from the linebacker as well. And safety. Kevin Andrews also having a great ball game tonight defensively. The blitz is on. There's a screen pass over the left side as it was read well. Intended receiver Michael White just can't hold on to it, and incomplete. And Darren Thompson takes one for the team. Remember, Stephen Lee makes a mad dash at him.
Really, Thompson made a pretty nice play, the quarterback for John Marshall. There was an all-out blitz, and they had a pretty good play called. He just maybe just a little bit behind the receiver, but still a catchable ball. He just didn't make the catch, but it would have been successful.
Back to punt. It'll be number 22. Justin Day back on his own 30, catches it, gets through the first wave and gets up to the 37-yard line before he's brought down. Short punt by the John Marshall Bears, number 10, Denero Austin. The Tigers take over 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line in their own territory with 11 minutes. I want to remind everybody tomorrow morning, 8:30, we'll have all the area coaches at the Prairie Kitchen. We're live having breakfast. Come on out and join us. Monterey cheddar or the Cajun omelet is the breakfast of choice. We'll have to figure that out tomorrow morning with breakfast. Live from the Prairie Kitchen, the Mike Ellick Chevrolet Coaches Show. 8:30 right here on 95.7 KKJ. Coaches like coming out there, and it's a good time had by all. As they hand off to Colbert at the 40, 45, 50. Runs over a couple, hits down to the 45 in Marshall territory, and now the Bears trying to strip and refusing to let go of the ball. They're not tackling, they're going more for the ball.
But they did strip it.
Yeah, they did.
Oh, they did?
Yes.
And they got the ball. And that'll be 1st and 10. John Marshall Bears at the 45-yard line as Jimmy Colbert unable to hold on to it.
What's that, 3 turnovers now for the Tigers? Really the only bad thing on the list tonight for the Tigers is the turnover situation, as they've had a couple of fumbles that have hurt them. Actually, one was a pitch that was intercepted and run back.
Well, really what happened, though, is Colbert quit running as he had forward progress had stopped, but they didn't tackle him. We have a timeout now, John Marshall. We'll take one as well. We're back after this on 95.7 KKJ. Turnover, the John Marshall Bears look to throw over the middle, and they complete it down to just across midfield at the 49-yard line in Ardmore territory. It'll be a gain of 6 as the receiver, I believe number 8, Reuben Bowen, will catch. Darren Thompson, the senior quarterback for the John Marshall Bears, taking upon his shoulders here in the second half. He'll stay in the shotgun. Nobody in the backfield. 3 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Thompson, low snap, looks to throw. Throws over the middle and caught by number 4, Nate Cotton. Caught right at the 45-yard line. Ellis Knight right there to make the tackle. Drives him back a couple, but it'll be a gain of 3. It'll make it 3rd down and a short 1.
One of the Bears a little slow to get up.
Nate Cotton.
And they've got a guy I've been hoping number 62 would make a play for John Marshall. His name is Sir Lawrence McKinney. But I haven't seen him yet. I've been hoping that he'd make a tackle or a clearing block or something, but they all named him Sir Lawrence McKinney.
No, it doesn't say that, does
Yes,
it?
it does.
That is his real name, Sir Lawrence. I didn't know.
So wherever you are, Sir Lawrence, we have announced your presence.
Well, what's his number?
Number 62.
Well, you want me to go interview him?
Nah, that's okay.
Okay. I just never seen a sir before.
Now they're
That's got to be
a
a cramp or something, the way that they're reacting.
He got up and now he's back down on the turf. So we'll take a timeout while they work on the injured player. We're back after this on 95.7 KKAJ. Off on his own power. We hope nothing serious wrong. As Darren Thompson takes a quarterback keeper to try to make the first down, he'll get a good spot, and I think he'll make it. From this angle up here, he definitely looks like he'll make it. Send it down to David, and this button sideline as he's running over there to get to it, so we'll give him the chance to tell us whether they made it or not. What do you think, David?
I think he's about 6 inches short.
Uh-oh.
That's what I saw.
They're going to measure.
I'm going with David. I think he's a little bit short, but it's not going to matter.
Well, no, they're not going to measure that. Well, they're going to run the clock. They're going to say he didn't make it. So
we took a vote. We didn't count yours.
Fair enough. Now Cotton comes back into the ball game for the John Marshall Bears. They'll send three receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Darren Thompson under center, and he'll try to keep it again and pushes his way forward. And I don't know if he's there. He got it on that 3rd or 4th effort finally. I mean, that first push, he didn't go nowhere. See where they mark the spot.
It all depends on the right foot there.
If it's the right foot of the wingman on my side,
he looks short, doesn't he?
But the guy on the left side is going to actually mark it, I think.
Just depends on who's got the bigger feet, I guess.
And they're gonna
the wider foot.
They're gonna take the timeout and measure. It's that close.
The end of the football.
David Polk, your thoughts while they set that up?
Oh, I think he's probably going to be about 3 inches past what he needs to be there, just barely by the tip of the football.
And really got that just on 2nd, 3rd effort with Darren Thompson.
Oh, wow.
And he just short. And it's going to be Ardmore's football.
I just got to tell you guys, you couldn't have gotten a little finger between the end of that ball and the 10-yard line. That was close.
That was the first time I've ever seen the head referee bend over to look at the chain to make sure he was.
Put his glasses on.
I mean, he was right down there on it.
He was on his hands and knees to see if he could see daylight.
Not a bad crew that's officiating tonight, as we've had very few penalties in the ball game.
And not a bad sign when you're up 24-6 and your defense cares enough to hold them short on a.
You're right.
You need a half a foot for a first down. That's great effort.
Watch Dante right here.
I formation. Drew McAdoo. Hands off to Colbert. Colbert sidesteps, tries to get to the outside. Can't get there as he's wrapped up by number 3, Gerald Johns. It'll be a gain of 1.5 yards, maybe 2, just over the 45-yard line in Ardmore territory. And it'll be 2nd down and 8. You're listening to the Ardmore band in the background. They're entertaining and playing here at homecoming. A few fans from the John Marshall side made the trip tonight. It's always good to see. I formation, play action to the right side. McAdoo under pressure, though. Side steps, and then he gets swarmed by 3 or 4 Marshall Bears. And credit number 89, Tyrese Bruner, with flushing Drew McAdoo out of the confines of where it was at.
That was a great effort to get back close to the line of scrimmage for Drew there. He pretty athletic little duck and maneuver up to nose the ball up close to the line of scrimmage. Looks like he's right back where we started.
Loss of a yard, 44-yard line is where we're at now. Third down and about 11. They'll send Gresham and Dante Miller out to the left side. McAdoo will come under center. Also Justin Day out to the left. And McAdoo rolls to his left, throws out, hits Gresham in the flat, and he can't hold on to it. So he had it in his hands and started to run before he caught the football, and he drops it. It'll be 4th down and 11, so the Tigers will have to punt it away.
Well, Ardmore scored on their first possession of the second half, but have not been able to put things together. It's been a kind of a sluggish late third quarter, early fourth quarter for the Tigers.
Ryan Keeton back to punt for the Tigers. Back deep will be number 29, Theo Bennett, along with number 4, Nate Cotton. They're standing on their own 23-yard line, 22-yard line. The kick is away. It's a line drive end over end. Hits at the 30, takes an Ardmore bounce, bounces down all the way down to the 8-yard line, and that's where the Tigers will down it. And it'll be 1st and 10, John Marshall, deep in their own territory.
That was just a tweener for Nate Cotton as it hit the ball and hit the ground and was just spinning end over end. And I think Nate was afraid he might make a mistake down there on his own end. Probably wisely got out of the way, although it did lose some field position, but didn't turn the ball over.
And really, they can't afford to turn the ball over right there, as that would definitely energize the Tigers. 6:56 left in the ball game. 24-6 the score. The Tigers lead. After a rough first couple of possessions, an intercepted option pitch that went 99 yards for a touchdown in the first quarter, and then a turnover on a fumble on the second possession. After that, the Tigers offense settled down and have moved the ball well on the ground and in the air and done pretty much what they wanted to do most of the night. Timeout on the field. John Marshall. So we'll take one as well. We're back after this on 95.7 KKAJ. He steps up in the pocket now. He gets flushed. He'll get back up to the 8-yard line, maybe 9-yard line, a gain of a yard. As the defense did a good job, nowhere to throw, nobody to get to, and Darren Thompson keeps it.
Kevin Andrews a little slow to get up. Boy, Tigers sure don't want to get anybody hurt right now with this lead. 24-6, big ball game next week. And important cog in that Tiger defense is number 65 out there. Kevin, a little slow, but seems to be okay.
Michael Dotson comes off for the Tigers. And you're right, it's 2nd down and 7. Shotgun formation. 5 receivers out. Thompson back to pass, throws over the middle, almost intercepted by Ellis Knight. Safety position. Poorly thrown, not a receiver in sight, as it must have been miscommunication.
I think you're right. 2 different pages in the playbook there. Tigers will take that and put them in a 3rd and long situation. 3rd down 7 now for John Marshall. And they got to be kind of careful with the football down inside their own 10-yard line.
6:01 left on the clock in the ball game. Tigers came in this ball game with a record of 4-2 as they hand off over the right side, and he'll get up to about the 15-yard line. It'll be a gain of 3, and it'll make it 4th down and a long 4 yards for the Bears.
5 minutes, 44 seconds remaining in the ball game. Of course, pretty safe lead for the Tigers, but a chance for great field position here. Maybe a few extra points. You know, as you get on into district, those points come into play sometimes, and you'd like to get all the points that you can. Justin Day going to set up down somewhere his 37, 36-yard line, the John Marshall 36-yard line. No, he's not.
No, he's going to come up as they're not going to punt. They're going to go for it on 4th down. 4th and 3.
Whoops.
And
I think
they
got
throw
it.
the Tigers off the side.
And it worked.
Send it down to David Polk. Was he drawn off or was there movement?
Oh no, that happened, and there was no doubt that was going to take place. They were just going to fish for, backed up 5. They're going to punt the ball.
All right. Yes,
the hard count got the Tigers, and they get a free 1st down. Good execution there for the little quarterbacks. Pretty impressive. Darren Thompson, I think, played pretty well for John Marshall. Little extra inflection there, and they get a free 5 yards and a big 1st down.
Well, now that they have the 1st down and 10, it's the own 20-yard line. 5:09 left in the ball game. Darren Thompson in the shotgun. Looks to throw, throws a little out dump off to the left side, and it's caught to the 25. Nate Cotton gets all the way up to the 28-yard line. He'll get hit from behind by Brian Booker, and that looked like it hurt.
Well, it looked like that play is going to be stopped for no gain. 2 missed tackles for the Tigers, and he got it out within a yard of a 1st down. So credit Cotton with some ability there to make people miss.
2nd down and about a yard after a gain of 9. The ball on the 28-yard line. As they'll send 2 to the right, 2 to the left. 1 lone back in the backfield. He flanks Darren Thompson to his left side. Thompson in the shotgun, low snap. He'll keep it, tries to get outside, can't get there. Not Dante Moore, number 27, the tackler. That's Matt Hicks. Hicks with a nice backfield tackle. It'll be a loss of 3, 4, and it'll make it 3rd down and 5.
And don't forget, Tiger ball game is Thursday night next week. Going to be a little bit different because of the fall break situation for all the state schools. I guess it's everybody in the state pretty much. So
Chickasha Chicks.
Short week.
You bet. Short week for the Tigers, short week for us. We'll be right here at Noble Stadium next Thursday night at 7:30. Tiger Talk will kick off at 7. Thompson back to pass, throws over the middle. Gets his pass tipped, I believe, by Stephen Lee, but it falls short and incomplete. It'll be 4th down and a long 5. And I think you'll see him punt it this time, Billy.
You never know.
Unless they can get another hard count.
Yeah, it worked for him last time.
They'll send the punter back deep. That's Denero Austin. Back deep for the Tigers, Justin Day. He's standing on his own 45-yard line. Makes his way back up to midfield. Nice kick. High. Wobbler. Day fields it at the 40. Gets around the outside to the 45 and gets shirt tackled. There's a flag on the play on the far side. He gets up to the 47-yard line before he's brought down. And let's see, the Bears have a man down. Send it down to David Polk and his thoughts on the flag.
No, it's going to be a clip there right at the point of reception by Justin Day. Pretty good clip there. There's actually 2 on the play, but different spots on the field, so they'll back it up 15.
That's Dustin Harris down on the field for the Bears.
Well, while they mark off the penalty and work on the injured player, we'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this on 95.7 KKAJ. 4-6 as they help number 51 Dustin Harris off the field for we'll resume action here in just a minute. We do have an area score we want to pass along to you. 34-10 Tishomingo Indians lead over Plainview. It's in the fourth quarter of that game as well. This game, we've got 3 minutes and 18 seconds left. As the Tigers offense comes out, 1st and 10. After the penalties marked off, it's at the 33-yard line. That's where they'll take over. Lionel Jimenez in at quarterback now for the Tigers. He'll hand off to Stubblefield up the middle, down to the 37, 38-yard line. It'll be a gain of 3, maybe 4. And that'll make it 2nd down and 6.
Stubblefield got the red shoes on, and a wise investment as we always get his name right. He's easy to pick up out there on the field. Guy with the red cleats, and
watch out, everybody be wearing red cleats.
A very exciting back in his own right. But Jimmy Colbert has had a great night rushing the football, so he gets a little break. Stubblefield a chance to pad the stat sheet a little bit here late in the ball game.
I formation stays with the Tigers. Jimenez rolls to his right, play action. Tries to hit Justin Day over the top. I'm sorry, that was Brandon. No, that was Justin Day. And it's just out of his reach as he bobbles it, can't bring it in. It'll be incomplete, 3rd down, same 6.
Chris Bruner made a nice play because I think Justin's going to make a one-handed catch there if there's not any contact. And right at the last second there, Bruner came across and put a little bump on Justin and not able to hang on to that one with just the one hand.
Lionel comes out from the sideline.
Lionel played good on defense. He's played well tonight.
Jared Fields in at fullback. And Jermaine Stubblefield dots the I. He'll take it. Gets hit at the line of scrimmage and driven back a couple of yards, but they'll give him progression to the line of scrimmage at the 36-yard line, maybe at a loss of a half a yard, and that'll bring up 4th down. So the Tigers' first team offense able to move the ball at will on the ground. Second team has not been so successful.
It's just kind of a business-like game. Just get it over with. Don't get anybody hurt, you know, and
keep it on the ground.
They've got the points that they need to secure the game and just finish it up.
Yeah, and you can only max out, I believe, with 15 points over your opponent. After that, there's no additional points. Now we have a timeout, Tigers. We'll take one as well. We're back after this on 95.7 KKJ. David Polk as the Tigers get ready to punt it away. It's going to be Ryan Keeton to do the punting. The snap is away. And it's a nice high spiral. He kicks it all the way down to the 25. It takes an Ardmore bounce and rolls down to the 18, 17-yard line. That's where the Tigers or the Bears will take over, 1st and 10. .130 left in the ball game. Send it down to David Polk and his thoughts on tonight's matchup.
Well, it's just been a good, solid game for Ardmore. I mean, when you take away the, when I say solid, there were some turnovers, but still they got the job done tonight. They needed to win by 15, and they're going to do that. And you'd like to have a whole lot more points on the board, but it's a win.
You're absolutely right. As the Ardmore coaches have cleared out of the press box. They've already turned off the lights. And they're heading back down to the field with 1:25 left on the clock. The Tigers' offenses look good. The defenses look good tonight. The pass incomplete. It'll be 2nd down and 10. As we're trying to get some area scores for you. And Billy's trying to take care of that. Good crowd has made it out for homecoming. The homecoming dance is coming up after this. We want to remind everybody tomorrow morning, live from the Prairie Kitchen, it'll be the Mike Hellick Chevrolet Coaches Show. That'll be at 8:30 right here on KKJ. I'll have all the area scores, breakdowns of tonight's matchups across the area, and we'll look at next week's as well. The Thursday night games.
A couple of scores for you of interest. Sulphur 47-0 over Kingston. That's a final. And Davis over Atoka 46-6. As those two teams play each other and almost
week.
A mirror image of each other on the scoreboard tonight. Quite a ball game.
And have been all year. They've been mirrored pretty much all year. They've dominated their opponents. It's going to be a great matchup. Any other scores?
Everything else is still the same. Again, last we had Tishomingo 34-10 over Plainview in the fourth.
Get up there.
As the clock continues to wind down here at the Noble Stadium. John Marshall Bears on their last possession. Now we have a flag on the play on the left side of the line. That'll mark them back 5. They had 3rd down and 7. Now that'll be 3rd and 13.
Frank Norwood moving a little early there for John Marshall. When you're that big and you're on the end of the offensive line, everybody's going to see you. 260-pound senior for John Marshall with a little extra jump there on the ball over everybody else.
I want to remind everybody, next week, Thursday night, special edition of Ardmore Tiger football right here on KKJ. As the fall break sets it up, and all the games around the area will be played Thursday night. Thompson will keep it over the right side, and that's going to just about do it as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Clock continues to run. 20 seconds. And that's going to do it as the Bears call it into it. They got 10 seconds on the clock and 20 seconds left on the play clock. So the Tigers win it. They'll move on in the district and get a district victory out of this tonight. 24-6 your final score. We'll be back with the post-game wrap-up after this. 95.7 KKAJ. The Tigers win it 24-6, and let's send it down to David Polk and the Coach Sloyd of the Ardmore Tigers.
Coach Lloyd, a 24-6 game. It got a little nippy there at the beginning, a little interesting, but no doubt Ardmore was a better team tonight.
Well, they were. I thought our kids up front, offensive line, I thought they played their best game. Maybe even you and I could have ran through a couple of those holes, but you know, with the homecoming festivities, it's always a distraction. We let it be a distraction the first half, as far as I'm concerned. You know, it was a comedy of errors, laying the ball on the ground, missing assignments, but, you know, our kids bounced back, did some good things, and, you know, next week we get to play Chickasha for our home field playoff burst, so we'll find out what we're made of in a short week.
It was an interesting first quarter, and in fact, the stats first quarter, Ardmore had 96 yards rushing on 17 plays, and John Marshall had 1 yard on 6, and we're down by 6 just because of just a mental error, really, more than anything, and that's what the first quarter looked like. But again, in 3:14 left in the second quarter, we go out and score 17 points and see really what we're capable of.
Well, you know, when we execute and don't turn the ball over, pretty good football team, but we can't come out and make mistakes and things like that. But to me, when you're making mistakes, you're fumbling, you're missing some assignments, that's all mental. And we took care of business a little bit second quarter, and I thought, like I said, I thought our offensive line did some good things, and a couple of our backs played well. We had a lot of drop balls we can't have, but, you know, we've got to correct the mistakes, which I think we will. We'll come back and get ready for Chickasha.
Coach, I think that, you know, as we've looked at the season and we started the season, we wondered kind of what it would be with Chickasha. But going into the game next week, we're really pretty evenly matched with them, I think, when you look at the way we're playing right now.
It's going to come down to who makes the fewest mistakes and who wants it. They've got a tailback, Maloney, who runs downhill, and they're similar to us, and, you know, that's what it should be about. And then, you know, they're 6-1, I'm sure, and, you know, they're going to come over here pretty confident. But, again, we got a good football team. We want to show up and play, and I'm confident our guys will show up next week.
It's been a great year so far watching, again, a lot of young guys that finally got a chance to play and never started a ball game for Ardmore Tiger football that are stepping up and doing some good things. Stephen Lee has been great fun to watch this year.
Well, Stephen Lee plays the game like it's meant to be played. He plays with a lot of heart and a lot of enthusiasm and a lot of compassion for the game. He just enjoys playing and has fun. But, yeah, we've had, 19 starters, and it's a fun group of coaches. They're fun. We got a little upset at times tonight, but, again, they're bounced back. They're resilient. But, the bottom line is they're winners, and they're going to find a way next week. We'll see what happens.
No doubt. Coach, it'll be good fun next week, and we'll be here again on Thursday night. Back up to you guys again, 24-6. Tigers really were a much better team than that. They could have won by a lot more again if they just hadn't had the errors they had.
Thank you, David Polk, and the button starter and alternator sideline report. And Billy, you want to recap the stats? And
we will hit some key stuff here for you. Offensively for the Tigers, on the ground, 38 carries for 172 yards. Pretty much balanced tonight on the offensive side. 182 yards passing for the Tigers, 63 plays, 354 yards. Defensively for the Tigers, allowed only 18 yards on 24 carries in the rushing game for John Marshall, 65 passing yards, so 40 plays for 83 yards against a pretty athletic team out there for John Marshall. Pretty nice effort for the Tigers. Leading rusher tonight for Ardmore would be Jimmy Colbert.
I was going to say not Jermaine.
23 carries, 152 yards. Jermaine Stubblefield ends 6 carries for 16 yards. So Jimmy Colbert has a star by his name tonight. 23 carries, 152 yards.
What a great running game tonight I saw from the Ardmore offense. Something that's been we haven't seen a lot of in a couple of games. Last week we saw a little bit, and that opened up the pass, but they stayed with the passing game a little bit more last week. Went to the tight ends, able to get in. And tonight they stuck with that running game, and that I formation just ran it right down your throat.
Yeah, they've been just featuring that I formation and then go and play action in the passing game, and the passes have been there. And Drew, when he's able to have the time to find the receivers, they've clicked in that department too. And obviously Drew, very athletic at quarterback, has made some nice throws on the move sometimes when he's had pressure. So pretty nice package for the Tigers. It's what it all comes down to. You want to play the good teams when it really means something, and that's what's going to happen Thursday night with Chickasha.
You're right. The Chickasha Chicks come to Noble Stadium next Thursday night on a special edition of Ardmore Tiger football. David Polk, your final thoughts on tonight's game?
We did what we needed to do on the scoreboard. It was not really pretty, but again, it doesn't matter. We got the 15 points we needed for the district standings, and we'll get ready for Chickasha next week.
All right. Billy Wallace, your final thoughts?
Same thing. Got it done, won the ball game. Could have played better, but still played pretty solid. Didn't get anybody injured. That's a big plus. Big showdown next week.
Thanks to all of our sponsors for tonight's broadcast. Toyota of Ardmore, Citizens Bank and Trust of Ardmore, Vernon's Plumbing, Heating and Air, the Daily Ardmorite, First National Bank and Trust of Ardmore, Shelter Insurance, Billy Wallace, Carter County Dodge, Button Starter and Alternator Repair, Pharmacy Plus in Medill, Crystal Clear Communications, your Verizon Wireless authorized agent, Chesapeake Energy, Bill Parker New York Live, the Southern Oklahoma Technology Center, Brad Carson for Senate, and Craddock Funeral Home. Without their support, the broadcast would not be possible. That's going to do it for us tonight. Again, a reminder, tomorrow morning, 8:30, live from the Prairie Kitchen. Come out and join us for breakfast. We'll have all the area coaches there as the Mike Kellick Chevrolet Coaches Show will kick off at 8:30, and I'll have all the area scores and the wrap-ups from tonight's matchups across the area. That's going to do it for us. For Billy Wallace, David Polk, and Phil Osborne back at the studio, it's been the Ardmore Tigers victorious 24-6 over the John Marshall Bears in homecoming 2004. We'll be back here next Thursday night as the Tigers take on the Chickasha Chicks right here at Noble Stadium. Have a great night, everybody.